are going to be baking, and this is therapeutic to the heart and to the soul of each and every one of us. And it's important for us to get into habits that allow us to escape from the hustle and the bustle of our everyday lives and just give us an opportunity to, let's say, just relax and do something different. So tonight I have a few women that will be participating in our baking segment and our chatting today. Firstly, I would like to introduce our contest winner, Marcia Bowen. Congratulations and thank you for participating. She is the former Harry Jerome Awards chair. She is also a supervisor at a major hospital, and she's just doing amazing things. She also owns her own business, so she's going to tell us a little bit about that. Then secondly, we have Alexia Daly, and Alexia Daly is a super real estate agent. She is on the ball, making sure people get the homes that they really want and pretty much at the price that they deserve to get it at. Right, Alexia? And lastly, and lastly, we have our main host or co-host tonight is Monique Finletter, and she is a professional baker, and she is the owner of Celebrate with Cake. Now, I must say, I did use her for my daughter's 19th birthday, and those cupcakes were amazing. So tonight, we are going to be baking Oreo stuffed cupcakes, and I'm looking forward to this, and I hope you are too. If you decided to bake with us, I'm really glad that you are doing that. And she's going to give us step-by-step how to do this amazing cupcake. We're also going to be talking about self-care, so please listen as well. If you're not baking, that's okay. Just take down the notes and you can bake it later, and we'll go from there. So we are going to remind you to share, like, and follow Michelle Lorraine, and I hope that you'll even tune in to the end because I have another special announcement for you. So let's begin with Monique. Monique, I'm turning over to you. Tell us what we need to do and tell us, why did you start baking?
Well, good evening, everyone. So first we're going to start with turning on our ovens. We're going to preheat our ovens to 350. All right. Heading up. And when I'm baking cupcakes, I always like to put the rack on the second shelf from the top. Okay. Perfect. And we're going to start baking. We're going to start with our dry ingredients. So we're going to be needing 2 bowls, one for our dry ingredients, and then our mixing bowl that we will use for our wet ingredients. Look at you, Alexia. You're like ahead of the game. Head of the crowd, girl. So we're going to start with 3/4 cup of flour, and that's going in our dry ingredient bowl.
And while we're doing this, Monique, tell us as well, why did you even start baking? What led you to this?
So I have 2 individuals who inspired me to bake. Number one is my mother and my late grandmother. My first memory in the kitchen, I was just mixing Jell-O powder. I know that's not baking, but that's my first memory. And from there, I just started baking with my mom. Anytime I would go to my grandmother's house, we would bake together. And from I was 10, I started baking on my own. And it's just been my love. It's my go-to. Doesn't matter what I'm going through. It's something that really relaxes me and just takes me out of from whatever may be going on at the moment.
Wow. Good.
That's why I bake.
Good. Excellent. So what's the next thing we need to add?
So we are going to add a 1/2 cup of cocoa. Got it. And then 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder.
So it kind of helps that I did redo it, so. What I do find is that people try to use different ways of escaping, and like even with baking, it's a time for you to just work with what you have in your kitchen and to be able to even escape in your thoughts. And you're in control of what you're doing. So it just gives you that time away from everything. Okay, go ahead.
Next, we're going to add half a teaspoon of baking soda.
Come on, Dave, help me put stuff away, please.
You're lucky, Alexia. You got to help her.
No.
I know, I'm here working all by myself.
I'm jealous.
Okay, but people helped me before. And yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. Let's
So
do
we're going to
that.
add a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to mix those ingredients together and put that bowl aside. All right,
Okay.
that's done. Alexia, why aren't you standing up like the rest of us?
I know.
I don't know. This is how my son set me up. He set it up on the table.
We also have on the line with us Marcia, who is our winner. Thank you so much for liking and sharing. So, Marcia, anytime you want to chime in, tell us, what do you do for relaxation as well?
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. I have to say, one, I'm jealous that I don't have the ingredients in front of me because I'm still at the hospital working, hence my bad connection for my video. So there is delivery service. So Michelle, Monique, Alexia, you can deliver a cupcake over to my house.
We'll send it to you.
And I'm so glad to be joining. One, I didn't even know there was a conference, so I was just, being the supportive friend that I am to Michelle and everyone, and it was great to get the call that I actually, got chosen to come on, so I'm so appreciative. I love to bake. Let me correct it. I love the process of baking. It is very therapeutic. I love going in the ingredients, having that visual that is going to turn out amazing, and just being able to taste it before it's done. But then I get to the end, and as my son always says to me, he failed again. But turned out as how I envisioned them to be. So to be able to sit here and watch you guys do it, I'm going to try it again at home, and hopefully it will work out very well. But I do find the process of it, very therapeutic.
Excellent, excellent, good. All right, Monique, what's next?
Oh, okay, ladies, we are moving on to our wet ingredients, so you're going to want to get your mixing bowl.
Okay.
I got this here.
We're going to add our 2 eggs.
Righty, 2 eggs, coming up.
I actually did it on the first try with that first egg. Let's see if I get it good.
I'm a terrible egg.
I can't do it that way.
it.
I use a fork to crack my eggs, ladies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't get the shells in it?
If I do it that way, the shell is just going to get right into the bowl. No thanks. This is easier.
It's on our board.
I guess. Oh.
Okay, so we have that.
How many cupcakes are you making? Are you making 6, 12? Like for the ingredients?
We are making 12.
All right. Lucky thing I have a 12 tray.
We're going to add half a cup of brown sugar.
Stand this way. Okay.
And then a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Or sunflower oil or canola oil. Sounds good.
Excellent. And I hope some of you are actually trying this out at home.
Alexia's showing in the bowl.
Oh, all right, Alexia. She's got her whole stage crew there. Seems like she has a whole stage crew there doing all
And
that.
then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
I have the artificial. Is that okay, Miss Baker?
You have what?
Artificial. Is that okay?
That's okay.
The real stuff's so expensive.
It is. And then we're going to put this on the mixer for about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Alrighty.
And that's equivalent
While
to
that's
how long
mixing-
if you're doing it by hand?
What do you mean?
That's equivalent to how long if you're doing it by hand, mixing
Add
it?
an extra 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oops.
And while that's mixing, if you haven't done so, ladies, you can put your cupcake liners in your cupcake pan.
Oh, Lord. So one of the things while we're blending, we're going to ask people on Facebook, what do you do for self-care? What type of practices do you do? Then we're going to look at the different ones that we do at the end that we're going to talk about in our tips, okay?
No, we have to keep it.
So, 5 minutes. About self-care. One of the things that we have to understand, and I hope you can hear me over the blender, is that self-care is taking time out for yourself, finding something to do separate from your regular day-to-day. Meditation is something that is also very good. So we want to make sure that you are participating in that as well. So you can see Did you already blend yours? Did you already blend your liquids?
I'm blending it now.
It doesn't look like you are.
It's right here.
Michelle, because you're using a hand one. She has
I guess I'm old-fashioned. Okay, yeah, mine looks good.
Yep.
With my handheld one. Okay, and we have a question or a comment. Go ahead.
So you had asked what do some people do for self-care.
Yeah.
So Sharina says she does cooking, walking, reading. Judy says she finds a quiet place to read with a good cup of coffee. Cheyenne said she likes to take bubble baths. So that's some of the things that people do for self-care.
Excellent. I love all of that, especially the reading part. I don't read a lot, which is something I definitely need to do. But definitely reading, and what type of books do you read, because you also have to be mindful about the books that you read, that it's something that really calms you down. It doesn't heighten your emotions and get you all worked up either. So remember that as well. When you pick a good book, make sure it's something that just makes you feel good, right? All right, Monique, back to you.
Michelle, I always say,
Uh-huh.
we have to
Go ahead,
take a
Marcia.
step backwards. We have to be able to pause and really look within ourselves and be very mindful of how we're feeling in the moment. Like, there's so much, as we all know, going on right now that is taking a toll on us, whether we know it or not. So it's to be able to pause and say, talk to our own selves. How are we feeling? What do we need right now to feel a little bit better? And then, is it a walk by the lake, which I love?
Wow.
Is it bathing, taking a bubble bath? Is it reading? What type of reading? Is it a video, fun, something fun, great music? Is it gospel music? Really take a pause and just ask yourself, what do you need right now? How are you feeling today? Considering all that's going on. And then go from there, and then make sure you act on it and get what you need to do in terms of self-care.
Okay, that's true. Excellent. Thank you for that. Yeah, excellent. Okay, Monique, next steps.
Okay, we are going to add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients.
I don't have the cupcake thing.
You're just going to pour it all in. And you're also going to add in your half a cup of buttermilk. And you're going to give that a quick stir until it's somewhat combined before putting it back on the mixer. And we're going to mix that for 2 minutes.
You picked my favorite thing, which is chocolate. That's a little self-care for you. Chocolate.
Chocolate is a girl's best friend,
Oh, I'm
right?
telling you. Oh, yeah. Anything chocolate. If you're looking for a birthday gift, Christmas gift, or just a gift you want to give me chocolate.
And I was really liking the Oreo idea because Oreo is my favorite childhood cookie.
Okay. Yeah. So we use the mixer again?
Yes, we are. Yep.
Loving the chocolate look right now. Looking great. Look at that chocolate. See that chocolate? Have cupcakes. Cups. All right, so once Monique comes back, she's going to tell us the next steps. But there are some things that we also have to realize that shows that we are not taking time out for our self-care. So, for example, if you've experienced, let's say, fatigue or insomnia, no matter how much you sleep, you're still feeling tired. That is a sign that you are not taking enough time for yourself, let's say, to rest or take naps. So that's a sign that you are lacking your self-care. Okay, so we'll also talk about some more other examples that will show you that you are lacking self-care. Okay, all right, Monique, go ahead. Sorry.
And we're going to be adding our Oreo pieces. So I just took 6 Oreos, crushed them up, and we're just going to add them to our batter. And you're just going to mix that in by hand with your spatula.
With your spatula.
When you say crushed, how fine do they have to be crushed?
It's up to you. I'll leave that up to you. You're eating yours already, Alexia.
Are you eating yours? Oh my gosh.
You know, I have no discipline.
Did I miss the sugar? I didn't add sugar yet. Did you add the sugar already?
Oh, yes. The
Yeah.
The brown.
No,
Yeah,
the regular, the white sugar?
Yeah, the white sugar and the brown sugar. Did you not add yours yet?
No. Can I add it
Oh.
now?
Yeah, add it now. Then you're going to have to. Oh, did you add your Oreos already?
Yes, I did.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Mine will just taste sugary. This is okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. They're
It's
not for
okay.
sale, Monique, so don't worry.
It's just for me
Alexia,
and my
you're
family.
horrible.
I'm okay.
Sean, you gonna let her talk to you like that?
I'm ignoring Alexia. That's all right.
She's used to me.
I've known Alexia since I don't know, maybe since I
So
was
how
5
how
years old or
fine
something.
How much did you crush your Oreos, Michelle? Maybe you could put it back on the mixer for maybe about a minute.
No, I think
Incorporate the
it
sugar.
look, it looks okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay.
From my non-professional experience, I think it's okay. Oh my gosh, it looks so chocolatey. It looks great. Okay, I'm ready.
That's Alexia, the KitchenAid mixer. So Alexia, you're not mixing the Oreos with your mixer, are you? Alexia?
Alexia has disappeared, has left the building, so.
Alexia, you're supposed to be doing that by hand.
See, and this is also what we do. Get together with some girlfriends. Have some fun. Do things together.
She turned on the
Is
switch.
she ignoring? Is Alexia ignoring me? Is she
I
ignoring
think
me?
she is. I think she is.
Oh, she walked away.
Alexia,
Yes.
are you mixing your Oreo batter with the mixer?
Yeah, that's that.
No, you're not supposed to.
Oh. I wanted them more finely crushed.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
Oh.
Mine is really chunky, so I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Because you want to, when you bite into your cupcake, you want to taste the Oreos.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Alrighty.
That's the whole point.
Okay.
It's okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So with that all finished mixing, we are going to scoop our cupcake batter into our cupcake liners. I
Okay.
have a cookie scoop. You can use a spoon, an ice cream scoop if you have it. And you're only going to fill your liners 3/4 of the way full.
Okay.
Okay?
Did you say you have a cookie scoop?
Yes, cookie scoop.
Oh, I didn't know there was something by that name.
Yep. So that all your cupcakes and all your cookies will be the same size.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah,
Very cool. Thank you.
you're welcome.
So this is me gonna try to put my chocolate cupcake.
You want to do that for me?
Michelle, what's the last thing that you baked?
Actually, my daughter and I just baked banana cake bread on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday. It was pretty good. I'm gonna step away for 1 second. Yeah, and it was really good. We enjoyed it.
So Michelle,
Yes.
you know what's good with banana cake?
What's that?
Chocolate icing.
Oh my God.
You know what? Jalen did mention that. She did mention that would be good.
That is actually one of my best sellers. Banana bread or banana cake with chocolate icing.
Okay.
Tastes so good.
We're going to have to try that then. Maybe on our next show.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, on our Facebook audience, and remember, I have a special announcement at the end. So I want to know, what have you baked recently as well? Or it doesn't have to be recently, but the last time you baked, what did you bake? And for those who mentioned about what they do just for their own self-care, have you ever considered doing something that is, let's say, something a little risque, let's say, like something that's on your bucket list? So just trying to do something adventurous, let's say, for your self-care. Have you considered doing that? Do you think that is something you would want to do as well? And Alexia, you work in the real estate industry, and I know you're always busy, and people can call on you at any time. What do you do to help yourself relax? Like, what is it that you do to help get yourself unwind at the end of the day?
Well, I'm a pretty chill person. It takes a lot to get me stressed out. I don't experience stress very easily. So I don't really have anything specific. I would not say baking is therapeutic for me.
Is it work?
I would not say it's therapeutic, no, because my stuff always comes out very ugly, but it tastes good. But I do enjoy reading. I really enjoy spending time in nature.
Okay.
I do a lot of that. And I like my sleep.
Yeah, I think we all like our sleep.
I would say reading and spending time in nature is a big one for me. I enjoy going to the beach, listening to the waves, sitting on the rocks, going on hikes. That's my kind of a relaxation mode.
Okay.
Even though I'm around a lot of people assume that I'm a super outgoing person, but I do enjoy my company. I enjoy quiet time.
Okay, good.
So I think people are always surprised by that. They think I'm probably always bouncing off the walls,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
It's because you have so much energy. When you do talk to you, do have a lot of energy. So you do see that.
Yeah. So those are the things I would say I enjoy doing. I enjoy road trips, going for long drives, looking at scenery, finding a spot for reading a book, having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Those are the things I really enjoy.
Okay.
Not baking is not it. I just bake because the kids like it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend that I just love to bake. No, that's not me.
So for me, for example, one of the things I do like to rest, but I love listening to the sound of outdoors or the ocean, the wind. I love the sound of the fan as well. For some reason, that humming sound. Anytime I go for a long drive, whether I'm driving or not, I'm the person who's falling asleep. Okay, I'm just joking about while I'm driving. But when I am in a car and I'm the passenger, just that feeling of vibration, it just calms me right down. And I just appreciate, that moment of just relaxation. How about you, Marcia?
Well, I'm like Alexia. I love going by the lakeside. Like, that's my go-to. I go down there for a couple of minutes and then go home. It's very calming for me, and listening to the waves. So being there, or exactly what you do as well, is I'll go to YouTube and turn on the sounds of the waves and go to sleep with that. Just being in nature as well. This year, I redid my garden.
Nice.
We'll turn it to my garden because it's what I got with the house. So I found that very therapeutic. Just plants and leaves, and then the dirt and planting. I love it. I love it.
Good.
It's kind of way.
Excellent. And Monique? Should we put this in the oven now?
Yes, we are going to put it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
I only got 11 cupcakes.
So what you can do, take a little bit out of each one, and that will fill up your last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to, you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
have,
it's hard.
you said 15 minutes, Monique, or 12? 15 minutes?
15 to 20.
15 to 20 minutes. Okay, we have a comment or a question, so let's go to our Facebook Live.
Okay, so you had asked what's the last thing that someone baked?
Yes.
So Shayna said they made cheesecake, trifle, banana bread, and sponge cake.
Wow.
Some things people said that they do for self-care. Susie said she'd going to the gym or going for a walk. Joy said she went horseback riding.
Oh.
And she also said she's not driving with you, as you said that you fall asleep.
Okay, and so Shayna, did you bake all of that in one night? I'm just curious. Was that all sponge cake, banana cake, everything in one night? And Joy, listen, I'm a good driver. Don't worry, I won't fall asleep. And thank you all for your comments. I appreciate it. So one thing I wanted to just say to you, I started to list things that will help you recognize if you're lacking self-care. So we talked about fatigue and insomnia. We're also talking about feeling a sense of being inadequate. Ever feeling sad or blue, depression or anxiety? Those are signs that you need to do some self-care, okay? So those are two more things that you need to think about yourself. Okay, Monique, back to you.
Guess what I didn't do?
What didn't you do? Oh no.
I didn't press the start to start the preheating.
Oh my gosh. So I'm glad I'm not the only person who made a mistake. Yay!
What did you do?
I didn't press the start button to preheat the oven.
Oh my gosh.
Your cupcakes will be done before mine.
Okay.
Oh.
And we
Sorry, go ahead.
okay, we have another comment or question.
Oh, Shayna was saying that she baked all of that in one night.
In one night. Oh my gosh, good. Go ahead, girl. Good for you. I couldn't do it. I'm struggling right now just with cupcakes, but yes. Okay. But I'm enjoying myself, so that's a good thing. Good.
So,
all right.
So ladies, in
Yes.
the meantime, we are going to need to wash our mixing bowl because we're going to be using that to make our icing.
Okay. So I'll wash this.
Yeah, I'm watching mine now.
Oh my gosh, icing on an Oreo cupcake. Oh my goodness.
I know. It's going to be chocolate, I hope.
That sounds so good.
Marcia, I'll try to send you, a couple to taste.
Alrighty. All shiny. I'm excited about the icing part.
Is this the best part?
Monique made a cake for my son for his birthday, and they all went over. They said it's the best they've ever had, and her icing was so fluffy. Is that the same one we're making? No.
I'm glad you guys like it.
Is that the same one we're making?
For me?
Are we making that same icing that we made for the cake?
No. So I'm trying to remember. I think yours was a whipped
It was whipped.
cream
Yeah, with
icing.
strawberry.
We're making buttercream icing.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one is going to be a little bit heavier than the one that I did for your son's birthday cake.
Oh, okay. Well, it was so yummy. My goodness. Thank you. I think my husband was hoping I was going to get one for Father's Day. Get put up.
You,
Put icing on bullet too,
All right, Monique, what's the next step?
okay. Okay, hold on. I'm just finishing washing here.
Okay.
You guys are like super fast. Okay. Okay, so now for our icing, we are going to add a cup of butter, and we're going to mix that for about 3 minutes on the mixer. Oops.
So we're gonna mix it with the mixer?
Yep.
1 cup.
1
So
cup
one
of butter.
scoop is half a cup, right?
That's right.
Okay, you did say mix the butter with the mixer, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Is this the manufacturer I should be using? Everything's falling apart. I'm so sorry.
Can I see what yours looked like when you mixed it?
Pardon me?
Can I see what yours looked like when you mixed it with the mixer, the butter?
Sure. Still mixing, so some of it's caught on the whisk.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
But-
Okay, I just want to make sure I was doing it right. Okay.
Double check.
Yes. Is anybody out there doing this as well from home? I'm just curious if anybody else is baking along. How consistent does it need to be? Does it have to be loose or how soft does it go to?
Okay, ladies.
Okay.
We're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So our 4 cups of icing sugar.
So we can start blending now, you're saying?
Yep.
What? Okay.
And then our 1/4 cup of whipping cream.
The whipping cream.
Oh no, don't mix yet. We're going to add everything else first.
So we're adding the whipping cream to the icing?
Yes, we are.
I'm sorry, you said 1/4 cup?
A 1/4 cup, yes.
Okay. And what else?
and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then you'll mix it by hand until it's somewhat mixed together, and then we're going to put it back on the mixer for 3 to 5 minutes.
So we're going to mix by hand.
So how long has your cupcakes been in the oven for? Has it been 10 minutes yet?
Yeah, it's in 10.
Okay, so you're going to want to rotate your pan. So the front of your pan is now going to go towards the back, and then you're going to put a piece of tin foil right on top of the cupcakes.
Okay.
I wish you guys can see this. It's looking good.
Lord. Oh, then let me start mixing again.
Okay.
Smelling good and looking good.
See, you can do this.
I'm telling you. Oh my God. Okay, we have another comment or question.
We have a question for Monique. They want to know, why do you cover the tray with foil?
So that helps prevents the tops from getting burned. Keeps it nice and soft, nice and moist.
Okay, good. And just a question, if you don't have, let's say, certain ingredients, are you able to substitute them? Like, for example, if you don't have icing sugar, can you use regular sugar?
Absolutely not.
Okay, just asking.
There are definitely substitutes that you can use for stuff like that. So, for example, I'll use an easy example. If you don't have buttermilk, the substitutes you can use is either lemon or white vinegar, and add in regular milk.
Okay.
You let that sit for 5 minutes, and you'll have buttermilk.
Okay. Good to
So
know.
yeah, there's literally a substitute for everything.
Right.
You gotta do a bit of searching.
Okay. Good. Good. Excellent. So I'm going to give a couple more things to understand about if you have, if you're actually in need of self-care. Another point is when you start blaming others, when everything is going wrong, and you're easy to blame other people for situations because you're just not at a happy place with yourself, okay? Poor relationships. If you're finding that relationships around you are not as strong as, you know, you'd like them to be, it could be, again, the stresses of not being the best you at the time because you know that there's a weight that you're feeling. The other thing is brain fog. I know sometimes I experience brain fog. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what it is, but you know, you have a thought and then it's just gone. Or a simple thing you just can't remember, or you know, it just slips you. The other thing is addictions. So some people end up having addictions. Addictions could be anything. It doesn't always have to be drugs and alcohol. But some addictions can be, let's say maybe staying away in isolation, like just always needing to be alone, or being very aggressive, or whatever the case may be. But those are some ideas of addictions. And having no time available is another sign of not taking care of yourself. You're always just busy, busy, busy. Addiction to working, let's say, is another thing. Okay? So if you're experiencing those things, it's time for you to do some self-care. Okay? So I do have a confession, Monique.
What's your confession?
I won't have any icing on my cupcakes. I forgot the icing sugar. So I was trying to see if the sugar would work, and yeah, it I'll show you. It doesn't look the same.
That's why you
So
asked.
that was Michelle.
That's why you asked, because I'm like, that's such like a bizarre, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bizarre question, but I've never heard anybody ask me that, so, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So you
can you
now
guys see?
have-
Oh, here, let me show you.
now
Sorry,
have,
I showed the people on the thing, but yeah, see there? Okay.
So now you have just muffins.
Yeah, I have muffins. As long as they're chocolate, I'm all good. I'm good with chocolate muffins. No, no
Well,
icing.
I keep getting into debates with people. People like to call cupcakes muffins. That's an absolute no-no.
Oh, I mean cupcakes. Cupcakes. Yes, that's right. Cupcakes.
Well, what I'm saying is you now technically have muffins because there's no icing. That is the difference between the two.
That's the difference. Okay. Well, today, everybody, I'm making muffins. My participants are making cupcakes. Yes. So, that's okay. So, that's all
that
right.
question was your question.
That was my question. We have a comment or question.
So, Daniel was saying that addiction is anything that interferes with your normal lifestyle and detrimental to your health.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes, that's right. So I appreciate that. It's any interruption or something that causes you to just be obsessive with it. Like, I have to do it, I have to be a part of it, or whatever the case may be, you know. So, okay, Monique.
So Alexia,
Oh,
yes.
sorry. Just a quick question. Can I use this?
Yes! You have icing!
Thank you, Wes.
You have icing. You have cupcakes.
Okay, so yay, but I don't have to go through all the hassle. I just
No.
slap it on
No,
when
you
I'm
just-
ready.
Add on, and you're good.
Michelle,
Yes?
Michelle,
Yes. Alexia, yes.
beat it with the mixer, and it'll get nice and fluffy.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes.
That's what my dad would say.
Yes.
Okay.
Alexia.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah. Don't say
Not
that's the
black.
point. I know you are. Michelle,
Which
she
Daniel
baked
was
with
that?
us on Father's Day weekends,
Okay.
and she was just giving all these tips. I loved it.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do that.
Fluff it up nice and light.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to ask Daniel Collins, since he's online. He's very knowledgeable, and I thank you for watching. So what do you think? Sorry, I had to wash. I'm making a lot of noise with the water. I'm sorry. What
I'm
do
sorry, I
you...
want to ask Monique a question. Am I done?
Oh,
Yeah, so if you find that your icing is a little bit too thick, you can add a little bit more whipping cream, and that will thin it out a little bit.
Okay.
okay. So my question to you, Daniel, is what is a good thing when a person has an addiction to something? How do you think, or what is a good recommendation for them to move on from that addiction to a release from it? Okay, that's my question to you, Daniel, because I know you're very knowledgeable, so I'm asking you that question. Okay, so...
So Michelle,
Yes.
I have a question for you, Michelle.
Oh, no! Yes, go ahead.
You have chocolate icing, right?
Yes,
Are you going to add some Oreo bits to your chocolate icing?
that is
Oh,
an
wow.
excellent idea. I love that. Yes, I think I shall. And
I've
look at
added
this.
my Oreo bits to mine already.
Okay. Should I add the whole package?
Yes.
Okay.
Add the whole package.
Okay, so I have an addiction to chocolate, so I'm just gonna let you know. I do anything for chocolate. I remember I went to the doctor one time. I had a migraine, and he said to me, do you eat chocolate? I said, yeah, all the time, but I haven't eaten it for a while. So apparently, you can have withdrawal syndrome from chocolate because I guess all of the caffeine in it or something. And when I decided to stop eating chocolate, I had migraines. I got really sick not eating it. I would go to the gas station and have to talk myself out of buying an O. Henry bar or Kit Kat or Coffee Crisp literally every time I go to the gas station because I just had to have chocolate. I'm not bad anymore, but I still love chocolate.
See, that's like me and candy. That's my addiction.
Yeah. So we have things that we just love, right? And sometimes it's just soothing. It just makes us feel better. As long as it's safe and it's good.
Yeah. Alexia, are you adding Sorry, go ahead.
No, you mentioned the gas station. Am I adding what?
Are you going to be adding Oreo bits to your icing as well?
I think I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe you can sprinkle some onto your icing when you're
on
done
the top.
Icing your.
Yeah, I think I like it on top.
Oh.
Okay, that's cool.
So
what a nice compromise.
Lots of options.
Thank you, Miss Monique.
You're welcome.
And Marcia, I hope you're still there, Marcia.
Yes. Don't you hear me giggling away?
Yeah. Listen. This is great. And by the way, I don't know if you can see my apron. It says truth be told, I bake what I want. Just know that I bake what I want.
That's cool. I like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies, don't forget to check your cupcakes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think mine is done.
Okay.
Mine are done too. Should we take them out now?
Yep. So what you should do, just to make double check that it's done, just put a knife in the center of one of them. If the knife comes out clean, you know your cupcakes are done.
My foil paper stuck to it, but that's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. It will.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay because we're not going to see that when you put icing on top.
great. I just wanted to let you know it's consistent. It's consistently, the way I normally bake always looks funny. So it's consistent. All right.
Excellent.
So we're gonna have that cool.
So,
Yeah.
can you see it, Monique?
No, I can. Yes, I can see it. It looks
Look
lovely.
at that.
See, you did it.
I did muffins until I add icing to them.
So we're gonna let those cool in the pan for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then you can put all of them or some of them in the fridge to completely cool down so that we can ice them together. Because if we put icing on warm cupcakes, that icing is gonna melt.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Okay,
All right,
so
excited to see how long they'll take to cool.
so while we're doing that, so a couple tips to enjoy or do self-care. Enjoy hobbies. So some people mention about reading, going for walks, and doing things like that. So baking, crafts, painting is a good one. I see a lot of people have paint and sip, things like that. Also, pampering yourself, massages, like that's another great thing to do. That's one of my favorite things. Actually, it is my number one thing I love. Having the sound, the nice aroma and relaxing, it really helps a lot. Massages, I'll put in a plug for Sophia's Savon Massage. Give her a call and you can get a massage. And having a nice bubble bath. That's another one. Bubble baths, hot tubs, just relax and chill. Oh my goodness. That's all you need. You just need a little time for yourself.
Yeah. My boys enjoy going into the hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
They spend a lot of time in there, especially after practice. It really relaxes the muscle. I go in there not as much as they do, and
Right.
I have a fear of bubble bath. I don't know. I think I saw a movie when I was young, and the bubble bath went through the floor and down into the basement.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So I'm so afraid to sit in a tub of water. I think I'm gonna end in the basement. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I tried it. It's nice, but I'm on edge.
It's good though. Bubble baths are nice. The only thing I don't like, the
No,
water
it's-
gets
it's
cool too
nice.
fast. The water gets too cool too fast.
True.
So
And it
another,
overflows.
yeah,
But if you go to a hotel, they have really big tubs. Some of them.
yeah.
Those ones are quite nice because you can fill. It fills a lot of water.
Yeah. Another thing too that you can do is, of course, rest and taking naps and go to bed. When you actually go to bed, they say it's very good not to have your cell phone or TV on before going to bed. It helps you to relax better and to sleep more peacefully without having all those electronics on your, on before you go to bed. Another thing is activity, spending time with friends, people who have that positive feeling, positive personality that can encourage you and just have good times together. Always good. In our first episode, we talked about tips about good friends. This is where you need to plug them in, right? To spend some good time with them.
So Michelle, I have a question.
Sure.
Well, first I have a comment in regards to the TV outside the bedroom. I stopped doing that a couple of years ago, and I prefer it.
Yeah.
I find that very calming without the TV in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So my question for everyone. So the past few months, again with all that we're dealing with, society. What do you find that you guys are gravitating more to a certain self-care? Do you find yourself doing more self-care over the past few months?
Good question.
Does it go through?
Go ahead, Monique.
I mean, for me, baking is my number one self-care. I've been doing for the past month. I've been getting up at 5:30 in the morning just to bake.
Wow.
So that I have that 2 hours before my daughter wakes up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I have some uninterrupted me time.
That's amazing.
That's excellent. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
good.
For me, I wouldn't say I'm gravitating to more, but you definitely have more time to do those sorts of things. So if I want to go for a hike at 6 in the morning, I can stay 2-3 hours and not have to worry about being anywhere. So I think the shutdown helps me a lot with getting more time. Even though you're supposed to be inside, it helps, but I did spend more time in the bush. And it just gave I think more time to do the things you love. Not that I was seeking out extra things, but you certainly don't have that sense of urgency of I gotta get back, I gotta get back, right? It could be more leisurely. Yeah.
Yeah. You.
Actually, for me, I actually been waking up for our early morning prayers at 5 more often, and I find that helps me as well. So
Nice.
I think because with church having gone online and being able to go to prayer meeting at 5 o'clock in the morning during the week, it's actually been pretty good. I find that I connect that way even better. So people find that meditation helps. I do find prayer helps in the morning. So that I find I've been doing much more since this pandemic.
That's good. Good.
What about you, Marcia?
That's really nice.
Oh, as a couple of things. So same as Michelle, praying more, and I find that at night I'll do more like a routine in terms of listening to some preaching and praying and writing some notes down in terms of prayer. And it also started my warm room as well. or like
Oh.
gratitude rewards, which just
Yeah.
have like a whole bunch of thank yous around me. So just positive words. And I think it goes back to what Alexia was saying. It's not so much that gravitating to that more, but now I have time and I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing more. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then realizing it feels so good, right? So,
It does.
definitely not use it when we get back to our new normal, or get to our new normal.
Yeah. Yeah. The meditation is so important and the gratitude is so important. You find that once you start doing that, it releases heaviness. Even very good breathing, I find, helps. Just taking that and then letting it out slowly and letting your shoulders drop, you actually feel the difference. You feel such a weight off. In 2016, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to use my hands and my feet, and, all this, very negative feeling came over me, and was very down about it. And I knew I had to make an adjustment, like in my eating habits, exercise, and even stress, because stress is the number one killer as far as I'm concerned. I don't have a doctorate or anything like that, but stress is the number one killer because it causes your heart to race. It causes your pressure to increase. It causes you to freeze when you are trying to accomplish something, because stress makes you fearful. It holds you back. So I started trying to do that deep breathing. I remember both my daughters or whoever talked about when you breathe, and then you exhale, inhale, exhale. Like, it just helps calm you down, and it just makes a difference. Being mindful and in the moment, very important, very important. So those are just a couple of things, and thanks, Marcia, for that question. Yeah.
I found some Pilates. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a type of exercise. It's something like yoga, but not quite. And some of those moves, I've been doing them in the morning. There are a lot of YouTube channels, just like an 8-minute Pilates stretch. And I remember used to feeling some tightness in my back sometimes when I couldn't straighten up. And ever since I've been practicing those stretches on a regular basis, I haven't had any issues. It's really loosened up my spinal column.
Yeah.
So being able to be home more often, I'm on a better schedule for sure. And I have a list of things that I get done in the morning now. That way you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. And Pilates is on my list. I got that from a book called Eat Your Frog or something. And you always do your hardest things first. The things you put off throughout the day. Because then if you get home 8 o'clock and you don't do any of that stuff. So you do the hardest things first in the morning that give you the most trouble. Then they're done.
Yeah.
And the rest of the day is the food, right? So exercise is not really my thing, but I really enjoy that. And it's just an 8-minute workout, not hard, nice little stretch, and I'm ready to go. And I really look forward to it.
I'm going to take that from you. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah,
I'd love to
that's
try
a
that.
good, yeah.
Yeah, what is the book called again? Eat That Frog. I'll get the...
Eat That Frog.
Yeah, or
Okay.
Eat Your Frog. It's really, really good. It's just, if you have a list of things, do the hardest things first. Even now, like, I think you guys know I'm a piano student, and I practice my piano every morning before I head outside. Because I found when I come home from work, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm banging on this piece of noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Disturbing the household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it out of the way, and it's done.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good.
You know what I'm hearing from Alexia for the past hour? So you start off by saying that you don't really let things bother you. You have like your barrier there. You don't really get stressed. And then I'm hearing you say that you do hikes. You enjoy the lakeside, you do piano,
I enjoy that.
Pilates. So you have all these amazing ingredients in your life that's why you're able to say, okay, stress is coming. Nope, I'm blocking it.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
Maybe,
good.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. So
Thank
we're going
you.
to be wrapping it up shortly. So Monique, I think all we have to do really is put the icing on the muffins to make them
Yep.
cupcakes.
That's right.
So-
Mine just came out of the oven.
Good, awesome.
Oh, so I have to
I
stick
need to
mine
see
in
a
the
muffin
fridge
or a
now?
cupcake.
You have what?
I need to
Do I
see
have to
one.
stick mine in the fridge?
You need to see one?
Yeah.
No, do
Wait,
I need
but
to
it's
stick
holding up,
mine in
like-
the fridge?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to put those in the fridge to cool down.
Okay.
Okay. So what we'll do, because time has gone,
Uh-oh.
yeah. So what we're gonna do is, while maybe Monique or Alexia will put her one of your cupcakes in the fridge so it can cool by the time I
Alexia,
finish.
you have to do that.
Yeah, Alexia, you can do that.
The worst baker.
And while she's doing that, I just want to let you know that I want to thank everyone for coming out. I hope that you've heard something, learned something new that has encouraged you. Also, to remember that self-care is important. When you go on an airplane, the stewardess always tells you to put on your mask first, make sure that you've taken care of yourself so that you are better equipped to help someone else around you. So your family, your friends, make sure you take care of yourself first, and so you can be a better person, a stronger person, a healthier person. And our quote for today comes from Viola Davis, and I'm going to read it because it's kind of lengthy. She says, "You know what? Especially with women, we are usually the caretakers of everyone except ourselves, running on fumes, having nothing left to give, nothing. But when you take the time to take care of yourself, go to the doctor, go to a spa, get a deep tissue massage, get adjusted by a chiropractor, you feel like you can face life with a renewed vigor and renewed passion." And that is so true. We have to make sure we take care of ourselves, and we will just feel so much better about it. So remember to take care of yourself. Self-care is important. And also, my special announcement is we now have our videos on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube under Michelle Lorraine, and also on my website, michellelorraine.com. You can rewatch our videos if you wanted to bake along and if we went too fast. You can also go there and watch this video again and laugh at Alexia, or cheer on Marcia, or thank Monique for everything that she's done. Oh, Alexia might sing a song for us before she goes, because she is the singing realtor.
I don't think so.
Okay, and I think that was about it. Lastly, if I get someone who can, how should I do this, Cheyenne? I want to do a spontaneous contest right now, so that whoever wins will get a free massage at Savon Massage.
Nice.
So, yeah, I think that would be, what should I do, Cheyenne? What should the contest be? What do you think?
To go on your page.
Them showing what their self-care item is, what they do, doing self-care.
Okay.
Doing self-care, and,
Yeah, send a picture of them doing self-care or whatnot.
yeah, showing yourself doing self-care on my page, okay? And I'm going to add that subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? So those are the two things. And you will win a free massage by Michelle Lorraine, truth be told.
Nice.
Monique, should the icing be in the fridge? Is it gonna melt?
All right. So let's
Really?
see.
It tastes really good.
See?
It's delicious. Wow.
All right. So I'm just going to show one of my cupcakes one more time. So, well, my muffin.
Yeah, Monique, I don't think I can handle putting it in a piping bag.
So you can just use a knife if you want.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
Use a knife,
old
yeah.
school.
I'm just
Or
gonna
if you
add-
have a
Little
Ziploc
fancy
bag,
family.
if you have a
Okay.
Ziploc bag, put some
All right, so thank you everyone for joining us, and I'll see you next week at 6 o'clock on Truth Be Told.